RIN TV coverage of the 2015 European Insurance Forum is brought to you by the Dublin International Insurance and Management Association. When many hear the term wearable computing, they think Google Glass or Dick Tracy. But these miniature electronic accessories are the future, and they will have a big impact on underwriting. We spoke with Jordi Posthumus, a Vice President of Longevity Trading at Hannover Re, during the European Insurance Forum, where he led a session that asked if wearable computing is traditional underwriting's kryptonite. Listen close.
Wearable computing is a relatively recent development in consumer technological devices. Going back 8 years or so, we saw the smartphone introduced to the world. But as of April this year, we've had a release of the Apple Watch. And the Apple Watch probably represents the genre-defining example of what wearable computing will be. Now, we have had some ridiculous examples like Google Glass on the market for a while, but they failed because they were obnoxious. So I think wearable computing of the future will be elegant, simple technology that's worn and augments you in ways that have not been previously possible with technology you put in your pocket. Looking ahead, the potential for wearable technology to affect your everyday life is enormous. Right out the gate with the launch of a product like the Apple Watch, we have the ability to open hotel room doors without checking in, or track your heart rate without any effort whatsoever. We have the ability to pay for things without producing your wallet. And I think the impact on everyday life is going to be absolutely of the same order of magnitude that mobile phones did. It was relatively unforeseeable to see how large the impact of mobile devices would be, and many people approached mobile phones with a mentality that it does nothing my computer doesn't do, so why would I need this device? And as we've now seen over the last 8 years, that mentality has proven to be relatively short-sighted, and we'll see that cycle repeat itself now with the introduction of wearable technology, in the sense that people will initially question the purpose of the objects, and with the passage of time, a few short years in my opinion, we'll find that they will entrench themselves in various aspects of your daily routine in a way that you will never extract them again. I think real-time biofeedback is a very broad topic, and the number of ways it can impact longevity are numerous. To begin with, we have just simple modifications to daily behavior. So for example, if you're carrying a device with you that tracks your heart rate, your respiration rate, and your mood and movements through the course of a day, making you aware of these things as it does so, the behavioral change that such a device could elicit will encourage relatively, shall we say, significant behavior changes, which could impact your future longevity in tremendous ways, provided that they encourage healthy lifestyle changes. There is another element to real-time biofeedback that could potentially also be very important, and that is in the area of stress management. The emerging science is very clear, and has been clear for many centuries in fact, that stress is probably one of the key determinants of longevity and graceful aging. And the ability for current wearable technology to enable very effective stress management in a way that has never been done before will almost certainly reshape the health and lifestyle landscape in ways we could never have predicted 5 years ago. The prospective impact on underwriting of the evolution of wearable devices is a difficult area to quantify. One thing we can say with certainty is that it will be incredibly disruptive. If you look at the way underwriting has been done traditionally, specifically life underwriting, in order to quantify risk, people have relied on medical papers produced on subsets of people that may or may not relate to the population you're looking at insuring. And bridging the gap between the medical papers and your insured population has always been a relatively large leap. We're about to find ourselves in a world where our insured population will be generating amounts and types of data that enable us to measure risk in a way that's never been possible before. And this risk quantification can potentially render our existing rating factors entirely obsolete. It will remain to be seen how powerful and how profound the impact is, but I think it's safe to say that it will be an incredibly disruptive development. I think that wearable computing could be traditional underwriting's kryptonite. If you look at the Superman comics and you look at what Kryptonite did to Superman, yes, I think wearable computing could absolutely do that to traditional medical-based underwriting approaches.
For more of our coverage of the 2015 European Insurance Forum, visit the DEMA website or the special 2015 EIF channel in the RIN TV On Demand library.